Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tea with Li. Today, with great honor and pleasure, we have Martin from Ecuador to share with us his life story on Wushu and also virtual reality and interactive arts. So Martin has training Kung Fu both in Ecuador and also in China as well. And now he's studying in Nanjing of China. So Martin, welcome. You are on the board. Please share with us.
Thank you.
How and why do you practice Wushu and you choose your major right now?
Yeah, thank you, Shi Feng, for your invitation first. It's also a great honor for me for your consideration. I'm training Wushu around 12 years now. Like I start 2011. It was just at the beginning it was coincidence, because in my country, in Ecuador, you know, it's very far from China. We only see Wushu in the movies, we only see Kung Fu Panda, but I never realized there is this sport in Ecuador, especially because there's also the saying that only Kung Fu can be taught like from family, or maybe it's too mysterious, like people cannot easily find a master. So at the beginning I didn't know. It was just coincidence. I was planning to do some sport when I was a teenager. I just want to do something, and I was looking for something related to martial arts. I was not sure, karate, taekwondo, but I want to do something like more complete, not only like football. And then I choose like I went to place where I know they train martial arts, and then I meet Paul Bachard. Paul Bachard is my master from Ecuador, and I saw his amazing performance with the stick, with weapons, and I say like, this is what I want to do. Since then I've been training hard. I've been during that period I was training for the Ecuadorian Wushu team. Like little by little I increased first from the province, then I went then I represent the Ecuadorian team, and let's say that everything was a success since I've been training Wushu. Now I've been doing competition Wushu, I've been doing traditional Wushu also, and I've been practicing some styles. I've been doing Shaolin Fist, Tai Chi, also more like animal, for example, mantis. Yeah, and all of this knowledge, also contemporary Wushu, like all this knowledge let me participate in competition, and also it opened me doors for exhibitions, for performance in front of the people. And let's say that now Wushu opened me a lot of doors. For example, that's why I'm here now in China because of the Wushu. If it wasn't because of Wushu, I didn't come in 2019. In 2019, I came to train. It was a wonderful experience. I trained with you, Miss, with Shifuli. Then I met, and my mind blows with every possibilities of Wushu. And I decide that I have to be here, that I have to practice here, and that I want to make like my life path here in China, together with the Wushu, my major that I'm gonna talk about it later. And I say here in China is the place that I want to be. And now I'm in the Nanjing University of the Arts. They know that I know Wushu, and they let me perform. They opened me a lot of opportunities to perform. We've been in different cities performing. So yeah, now it's not for competition. Now it's more like into performance. You see. So I think Wushu is not only like my self practice, my spiritual and physical practice, but also my networking practice, my how I express to the world, my artistic practice also.
Yeah. Wonderful story. And here,
I
go ahead, please.
Oh yeah, and yeah. So I just to finish this this part. So this is the way like I express myself. A lot of people know me now just because like Martin is part of like Wushu is part of my personality, is part of my identity. Now a lot of people know that, oh, he's the trainer of Wushu, and this is I think that is wonderful because it's not only a thing that I do, you know, it's part of myself, it's part of what I'm doing, it's part of what I express to the people. Like there's some singer, and you know he's a singer, and this is her personality, this is how he behaves. I think it's exactly the same with Wushu for me.
Cool. And here I would like to say that first of all, and also thank you for your master, Paulo Pachada. When I visited Ecuador, he gave me great hospitality. Please say hello to him. And secondly, as you mentioned, Wushu, in the beginning, you are trying to search Wushu as your path. But in the end, Wushu choose you, somehow formed you in a sort of way. And now you and Wushu are united together. Like you said, Wushu is a part of your personality. It's into you. And you are also quite into Wushu. It's amazing. And how you practice Wushu properly. You mentioned that you were luckily to find a path and to succeed in Wushu. But have you ever made any mistakes on the way of training or understanding the Wushu theory? If there is no mistakes happened before, so what do you think is so important for the people who are training Wushu?
Yeah, like let's say since the beginning, when you have the decision to learn Wushu, since your first class, since you already watch and admire Wushu, since that moment, there will not be mistakes. There are not such a mistake when learning Wushu. Everything is a learning. Everything is part of it, right? Like there are. I consider that I never made a mistake, and all the people that I know, they never made a mistake such a mistake, because Wushu is really how to say, like, it's wide. You can practice every kind, every style. You can practice with a lot of masters, you can practice with a lot of weapons, you can take a lot of time to learning, like it's all your life. So I really don't see any mistake since your first class, since the first moment you practice Wushu, since the first time you have this connection. Since then there are no mistakes, there are only learning, there are only knowledge that comes to you. Probably I can say the only thing that maybe I did, but this is more personally, maybe the only thing that I did not so good, and sometimes I see the people is like maybe they compare too much with the other. Maybe they say, oh, but these people is doing so good, or maybe, oh, I don't have this capability, maybe I'm not so flexible, maybe I'm old, and maybe they want to give up training Wushu. So maybe that's the only thing that a lot of people do it. I don't consider it is a mistake, because when you less want to train is when you most have to train. You have to learn. You have to learn from that. So, for example, if you feel that you are old, then you have to train more and see how old people in the parks are practicing, how 80 years old people are so flexible. If you say, no, I'm not good enough, okay, then you have to practice more to become good enough, right? So, or maybe, oh no, I cannot, I will not do it because I cannot remember the form. It's too long. Okay, then you have to practice more to remember the form. So I think when you have this feeling is the moment that you have to practice it more. So I really don't consider that there is mistakes when learning wushu. Like there's only learning, there's only good things that comes. Yeah, but I don't think, because also everybody is different. Everybody learns on this own way. There is no time. Like you can be your whole life learning one form of 5 steps, or you can be every time learning a new form every day. But there will not be a mistake on it. Everybody learn on their own way, and this is the beautiful thing of wushu. You know, this is the great thing of wushu, of that you can do with it whatever. Like you can be yourself into wushu. It's not like you have time. It's not like university. You finish it in 3 years. You have to do this. No, in wushu you choose, right? In wushu you choose what you want to do, how you're gonna do. Also depends on your kind of the body, or depends on your age. But every time it's like you're learning and you're growing up.
Cool. And yeah, you mentioned that like choosing wushu as a part of your life. Later it become your lifestyle. So that's why there is no mistakes in training, because every mistake is just maybe a zigzag road you are walking on this path. So it's what you are saying is very, let's say, in great like called Wei Wu Wei. So like action, non-action, non-action, action. So what you are talking about reminds me of a word called the nature itself has no mistakes. Because there is no mistakes for the nature. How the nature can make mistakes? No mistakes, right? Yeah, cool. And it's a very unique way to see it. Why I always focus on mistakes? Because as we always shared, the people who are succeed in no matter wushu or in studying, it's similar. But people who are failed, they failed in different ways, right? So that's why. But you give us a new vision to see what is the mistakes and what is the correction. And thank you. And okay, so now we come to the second part. How and why you choose virtual reality and interactive arts as your major? What brings you to this passion?
This is very funny, and for sure it relates with all my knowledge, all my experience, also to the wushu. In my country, my father is filmmaker. In my country, my father is filmmaker. He makes movies, and my mother is chef. They are both artists. I grew up in a family like more artistic way that I can express myself. So let's say that I've always follow and do what I want to do. It's not like somebody pushed me to follow, for example, one major or to do something. Like this is what I do is always my passion, and I know I'm gonna do it great because it's something that I want to. So then I start to like technology, like computer animation, 3D video games, combat video games, and because of the wushu, I was also watching some videos, some animations, how they create these amazing jumps, this motion capture. So I start to watch it, like the behind the scenes. So I say who do it, how they do it, and I wanna learn that. I wanna put this martial art. I wanna put my body. I wanna put this knowledge behind the scene. Like I want to upgrade it to the level of a video game, for example. Upgrade it to the level of a movie, you know, like for example Kung Fu Panda. You have many animations based on wushu movements. So that's what I want to do, because since I have all the knowledge for doing wushu, I say I want to put it in a more practical way, in more how to say, the people can see, it could be spread. So I decided to study multimedia and audiovisual production in my country. That was my major. I studied there 3 years. Then I graduate and I say, okay, now it's time to go to China. and since virtual reality is very developed here, equipments are also accessible for me now here. Also the technology is like really developed, so I can get the best on the best price. I can get the best. I can. It's a big market. So it has a lot of advantage for what I want to do. Then virtual reality is the future. I see like this. I see like virtual reality is something that will help us to connect more. For example, like the phone. You're in another city. I'm here, and we are here talking. We are here sharing. I think virtual reality will help us to connect even more. Will also help us to learn faster. Like it's not only virtual reality. Is now all technologies are together. Artificial intelligence, animation, 3D, VR, augmented reality. All of these new technologies are helping us. So this is what I want to learn, and I also want to apply the traditional knowledge that I know, like from wushu, all this ethic that comes from the practice in this new world, in the future of this technology, in how people use it and how people experiment this. You know, for example, now we are in my country. One time we were practicing a new dress, motion capture dress. You know, like they have sensors, so you move and it translates to the computer. So in the company that I was working before, we bring a new one and they say, hey Martin, this is your time, and I practice and I perform wushu, and it was a dream for me, a dream come true, because it was the first time I see an animation doing with my movements, and I think that's something super cool that I did, and I want to keep doing it because it's something that I like. I think it's something also that has a lot of value, not only because I like it, but it's also kind of spreading, kind of saving this tradition, this martial art, is kind of of preserving all this knowledge.
Cool. And I didn't think that you put the sensor for animation. I know quite a lot of masters and research. They put a sensor for the medical research. For example, Harvard Medical School, and also in Argentina, some of our friends, they are doctors. They put a sensor on their master's body to see and to collect the data when the master moves, how the mindfulness and the physical body united, something like this. But also it's quite unique, and also great work could be to put a sensor on to capture a movement for animation, right? So now, I mean, in your college, they are doing something like this. For example, maybe beyond the wushu, maybe some sports or dance.
Yeah, this technology of motion capture has been developed for a long time. Now I just because I just came to China, I've been practicing my language, and now I just entered to my master. So now is the time that I have to make the proposal to do it, something like this. So we've been doing some papers related. For example, we've been doing like how the video games, how to apply this Chinese culture, including martial arts, into the video games, and how it helps to spread this knowledge. So little by little, we are doing like some research, and I think in a point we will reach this moment that we start to do this investigation, to use all the equipment to do it. For now, it's just like it's more into an idea, it's more into a project, it's more into a proposal, but I hope in the future we will do it.
Cool. Yeah, and so what will be that after your studying on virtual reality and interactive arts, so what you would like to do, what would you would like to achieve on your major, on your profession, beyond the Wushu?
Beyond Wushu. Well, actually, as I told you, since I'm in China and I really fell in love of this country, of everything that is a plus in my major, like technology, prices. I think I wish I can stay here. There's a lot of companies that are looking for virtual reality developers. They are looking for virtual reality researchers also, because as technology every time is developed super fast. Now is the time that if I make a research today, tomorrow it's not gonna be. I have to make a new research. So yeah, basically I want to become a researcher on it, a researcher on this kind of technology. I want to become developer, work in a really big company. If not, also what I'm really interested is on create my own studio, on create my own brand, my own how to say, my own audiovisual production and interactive production, so I can also create and I also can innovate and help people to achieve their own goals, because there are many people who has a lot of ideas, there are many people who has a lot of talent, but maybe don't have the tools. So I want also to put this in the service of the community. Yeah, not only for maybe a big company. For sure, staying in a big company is also one of my dreams, like become part of it, learn from it. But I think like even more in the future, create my own company, my own studio, and put this in the service of the community. I think that's gonna be like maybe not the last step, but one really nice step that I'm looking forward.
Cool. And so since also now you are in China, you are learning Chinese, do you feel that somehow your Wushu training helps you in Chinese studying? Or they are quite different?
Definitely. Like
in which way?
I think since like I practice Wushu, and every how to say, I learn Wushu is not just like learning how to make the postures and the sequence, and it's not only fighting, it's also like learning some tradition, learning some behavior, learning some respect in the Chinese way. So as this opened it's opened a big door to the culture, and understanding the culture is also very important in a language learning. So when you understand the culture, when you understand how the culture, how to say, works, how is the people, how is the food, like what they practice, what they do in their daily life, then you know how to practice, what to learn, then you know how you're gonna communicate. For sure, Wushu, I think, helps me a lot. Even just like the basic. I don't stop learning 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8 because that's something that we do every day. You know, I don't struggle with 你好. I don't stand with this kind of maybe basic words because it was something that I was practicing like during the normal training. And then also, for example, when you watch videos of Wushu, because I want to learn, I listen every time. Even before I didn't know Wushu and I didn't understand. I think like in my brain I can recognize also the speaking, also how is fluent or not, like how I can recognize the language. So for me, like if I compare with my classmates, let's say that Wushu that has this background of Wushu helps me a lot, like literally gives me a good base to start.
Okay, cool. And thank you, Martin, for sharing your story on Wushu training and also on your major, which is virtual reality and interactive arts. And I wish you great luck and also keep moving on these two passions. Later, with your Chinese getting better, I believe that you are going to shine in China and also in Ecuador for sure. And once again, for all of you guys who are watching us, I highly recommend that if you would like to have some training, Tai Chi Quan and also Shaolin Quan, also the Tang Lang Quan, the Mentist, right? Training you can directly contact Martin. And also, if any of you guys, the company who are looking for virtual reality and interactive arts designer, so this is the gentleman you are looking for. Okay, once again, Martin, and thank you for your great story and the time. Okay, and I'm looking for you soon, face to face. Okay, salute.
Yeah, I hope maybe soon.
Yeah.
谢谢。
Okay. Hasta luego. 再见，悄悄。
Hasta luego. 再见。